good babes, and welcome back to Black Tea. It's your girl Ebony, and you guys already know that your girl is back with a mess. So let's talk about some major changes in Normani's career regarding her label executive Tunji Balogun, and how Variety is exclusively reporting that he is now moving over to Def Jam. Now, most recently we have teased the idea of Normani being sabotaged, right from her song Wild Side not playing on platforms down to the lack of the proper rollout and also promotion. I do wonder if these label changes could be the reason for this mix-up with her latest release. Now, while these things are all alleged, it just kind of makes sense for him to be leaving, and the reason why all these issues have been coming up for Normani. Now, to give some backstory, Normani was actually the first artist to sign with Keep Cool RCA Records, the new joint venture co-founded by her label exec Tunji. Now, initially, he had said in a statement that he was extremely excited for Normani to come to the RCA family, and I do wonder, now that he's going to Def Jam, will Normani follow? Or will Normani face the same fate as Tinashe? For those of you who don't know, Tinashe is a singer, dancer, songwriter who also reminds me a lot of Normani. Back in February of 2019, after about a 7-year working relationship with RCA, Tinashe made some shocking claims. She accused RCA of always low-key sabotaging her real art. Tinashe went on to say that her and the RCA team had huge creative differences, and she said that she even cried when they actually made her change her album artwork for her 2014 debut album, Aquarius. Now, once Tinashe left RCA, I felt she had become her own artist. She is now independent, and she has been able to put out a lot of work. Her most recent album, 333, which is actually a really good album, if you can go get it, please do, is a very good album. It is actually a mix of neo soul, she has some jazz, and also some funk. My favorite song on the album is definitely Bouncin' and also Undo Back to My Heart. So if you get a chance, please go check out Tinashe's new album. She is doing her thing, independent, and it kind of makes me feel like Normani may be in that situation that Tinashe found herself in. It's no coincidence that Tinashe called out RCA for blatantly sabotaging her allegedly, and now Normani is running into these issues. Now, I know this is a lot, but at the same time, RCA, are you guys playing games? You guys remember in my last video, I did bring up that Normani did an interview where she actually said that she put her own money into Wild Side, and I've contemplated about this situation, and I've always came to the same conclusion. Normani's team is neglecting her obvious potential. She can dance, she can sing, and so much more. Now, with the newfound news, what happens to her actual career? Does she stay with RCA where there's blatant issues, or can she move on to the label Def Jam where her label exec is going? Another receipt that I have that actually proves my point that Normani could be under the same fate as Tinashe is the fact that yet another Normani performance was canceled. Now, according to NBC, they did announce that yet another change to the August 12th Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon lineup and Normani is no longer listed. They actually have a whole new list. This list is actually Billie Eilish, Barbra Streisand, Billy Crystal, and Kit Harington. This is a blatant misrepresentation of this girl's talent. She has had 2 places actually canceled, and y'all had her perform her new single at a tequila launch party. This is not fair to Normani, and like I've said in my other videos, people can be out there lying, but I've said from the beginning, I want Normani to win, and this to me seems like sabotage, allegedly. You guys remember when Janelle Monáe actually signed to Epic. When she signed to Epic, she was under her label exec, L.A. Reid. Now, in 2017, L.A. Reid was accused of harassment, and he actually left the label. We know that Janelle Monáe last put out an album in 2018, and she's kind of been stuck in limbo. She has been doing some movies, and I'm really really hoping that this doesn't happen to Normani. Something else that you guys should know is that RCA is what we call an imprint in the music industry. So what's an imprint? Well, an imprint means that RCA does all the radio promo and the distribution. Now, as RCA is doing all the promo and distribution, her label exec is responsible for signing new acts, but he also gets a cut of the rights with financing and staffing from RCA. Normani's records are actually owned and marketed by RCA. So I'm hoping that she can leave with her exec and she doesn't end up like Janelle Monáe or worse in a Tinashe situation. But at the same time, this is all speculation at this time. Variety is exclusively reporting that he did leave. So right now we're up in limbo, and I really pray that Normani doesn't get shelved, because it is very hard once you are buried in a label, especially one like RCA, to dig yourself out. So let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. How do you feel about all the changes happening regarding Normani's career? And do you believe, now that you know that her label exec is going to another label, that this is the reason why she has so many issues? Also, how do you feel about Tinashe also talking out about RCA allegedly sabotaging her? Do you think that's happening to Normani? And what do you think she should do next? I look forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to think independently of me. Everything stated in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I love you guys to the moon and back. And until next time, stay messy. Bye, babes.